Yeah, hey, it's only me. I just tried to call you to let you know I'm just about to come down here now. You can see where I am, of course. Thanks for the heads up. I think they're about to do it, or are they doing it now? I don't know. I'm not sure if that's the cops or the news, but I think I might have missed it by a couple of minutes because it's about 5 past. There's a good crowd here. When I only briefly read your thing, thinking it was going to be at, it must be getting unfurled on the hill. I don't know. It hasn't happened anyway, so they haven't done it yet. But there we are. So I thought I would just. Oh, there's a drone. So going to get a good drone shot of it. Let's. We're good. We're good to go. There we go. So I'll talk to you soon. So this is at Barangaroo, and it's the unfurling of the world's largest Ukrainian flag. Apparently, I don't know how the unfurling is going to happen or where it's being unfurled from, but I'm assuming it's on this little bit of a hill here, just off from. There's a drone in the air there. Spot them very well with my eyes. Yeah, there's a drone, and in the background, either the police or news helicopters have been filming. But I think it's going to be. Maybe they're going to walk it up the hill. I don't really know. Anyway, let's wait and see. So yeah, this is going to be happening here. There's another drone. There's a couple of drones filming. These bike riders are coming. I think they don't want them coming down the hill. So they're on a Sydney Harbour bike tour, getting in the way. So yeah, I'll probably stop filming just for a second. They're doing a bit of, there's something going on. They got the Ukrainian marshals are getting people to move here, there and everywhere. What? So I think it sounds like, let's go down and have a look. I won't walk on the grass and upset them, but it sounds like they're going to, we'll get closer so we can hear what the guy's saying. There's a bit of news media here. You've got the SBS crew here. So that's Channel 9, that guy. The other guy, they're all so pally. These mainstream medias are always so pally. They're just waiting around for it to go on. There's a good sized crowd here. Got reasonable numbers. Got a few Ukrainian flags, a few Aussie flags. But here, these are the people, the organisers now coming through. So they're going to still have no idea where the flag is or how it's getting unfurled. But it is going to happen. Maybe it's, don't know. So they're all these ones seem to be marching up. And I'll go along here and we'll film them coming along. So there's quite a few. And then they got the next lot coming. So again, it's a bit of a mystery. The drone is waiting, the helicopter is waiting, the second drone is in place, the mainstream media people are in place, various other organisations. Now they're going to they're coming up to line this side of the path now. So still no sign of the world's largest Ukrainian flag, but it is underway. I was a little late getting here today, so I'm quite glad they didn't kick off early. There's another chopper up in the sky, but that's just a tourist one. This is the Ukrainian drone, or Ukrainian run drone. Hopefully not like the standard Ukrainian drones, but it's a drone for the flag unfurling. Let's move forward, move this way, move that way. There's the 7 News reporter sitting there, pretty unhappy in the sun. Microphone ready to interview anyone that might need interviewing. SBS lady at the ready as well. Helicopter at the ready. Everyone's at the ready. They're all slowly getting into position. Yeah. They're going to go this way. We're going to go across. Right, this way and then that way. Up to the top there, and around. Okay, and push down hard. Don't let it fly away. Okay, I'm doing the translating from Ukrainian for you. That's a bit of a scary looking guy staring at me, but anyway. So that's still not much happening. You've got a couple of little golf tee looking things here. The things that the kids use for footy games. So that must be the outline. Okay, here we go. Yeah, and it goes to the other end. So this will be the full outline. So in paces wise, it's going to go from here to right to the other end. Now the marshals are removing people again. Now maybe they're going to come to the top. So maybe they're going to roll it. I'll scrub back up. Maybe they're going to roll it out from here, going that way, rather than from the top down, which was what I surmised. Still haven't seen the flag, so it is. Yeah, the marshals are very organised. Very organised. Another chopper, another helicopter. That's Sydney Harbour though. But other than the news one, that's just a tourist one. It's a constant all day thing. That thing. Oh, there's another drone. So we've got a third drone now. You got a drone in the first drone number 1 here. Where is he? Just there. Just drone number 1. Drone number 2 is just up there. You can just see it. And drone number 3 is here. And then chopper number 1. Oh yeah, here we go. I was right. I picked it again. There's a drone zooming up. So they're coming here. So this lot's coming here. Let's go to the top. We'll get a better view, I think, from the top. So this lot will be doing something, and the other lot doing something too. And I will stop my blabbing for a minute. I'll go to the top. All right, I just heard him say when the flag comes out of the box, they're going to move forward. They're going to do something anyway. So there it is. There's the flag in the box. Looks from this angle, looks like a box, but a certain kind of box. There's the TV guys. No, I should have just gone with A. I mean, I think you get a better view from up here anyway. I think the harbour bridge now has become a thing. So yeah. We shall see what happens in the future about them all. But yeah, there's more instructions, and it's coming about. The drone is buzzing. The second drone is in position. The helicopter's in position. Third drone in position. A lot of organising to get done to get this flag up. But it looks like they will unfurl it either side like that, and then they will drag it up the hill. That's what we're going for. So we're gonna bet on that. Let's see. Let's go. Yeah, we'll have a quick look at the. Should we go look at the flag in the box, eh? We'll watch the unfurling from down there. Which what will we do? I don't really know. All right, let's get down there. Have a look. Okay, he called them out. He said the blue side leader and the yellow side leader. Channel 9 right on the board here. He's a mainstream media photographer guy. I'm not sure who he shoots for. I'm assuming that's Channel 7 or SBS. Yeah, it's a long process. Switch. Okay, having a switcheroo here. The blue side leader and the yellow side leader are switching. He does look up. They both look pretty strong, so I don't know what's going on. All right, blue side and yellow side. So you grab the sides. Okay, so it looks like it's like a big, kind of like a big snake furled. It's a furled up. Unfurling out as they walk across, and then there'll be more to it than that. The media frenzy going on here. The marshal in, get the marshal. We need a marshal. Yeah, keep everyone back. Oh no, then I think I see. So now the people. Okay, all right, now we got it. As the blue side leader and the yellow side leader come out and march, people walk along here and grab a flag, and then they film and move out. Okay, here we go. There's a good spot here, right at the back. And then as the snake is unfurled from inside the box, don't unfurl it. I was about to say they unfurl it here as well, but it sounds like they don't need to. They've been told. Santa costume on. Round of applause. So I think. Long live Ukraine. Long live Ukraine, I think it is. I make a lot up, as you know. All right, so now it's moving around to the left. I think they're going to do a big, it's very, very well, I must admit, look, it's extremely well organised. It's going to be bloody big, because look at how much is left in the box. They're hardly got anything out yet.
Everyone's working really well together, thank you.
It's a garment shipment. Time critical garment shipment, so yeah. Maybe China, one would assume, but you never know. All right, so everyone's coming down from this side, and they're coming down from the other side. They take hold of the flag, they take it out to the right, and it will turn from the around the right here, and I'm sure it will come all the way around to this end. And then, yeah, I'm making it up as I go along, but I'm pretty sure that's what will be happening. Let's go down and we'll get to the front of the procession, eh? We'll see what's happening at that end. It's a nine news guy looking bored now. He's done a little bit of filming at the beginning. Oh man, I came running down the hill from the top and it's so slippery. I just about went arse over tit. That would have been a lovely moment for everyone to laugh and cheer. All right. Alex Greenwich at the front there, and the others I should know too, but I have no idea about. There's Alex Greenwich, unfortunately. All right. Yeah, I think she's another politician on the far one over, but yeah. Anyway, if you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say anything. It's the old motto. All right, so the blue team leader and the yellow team leader are coming through now, crossing the path here at Barangaroo, and yeah, media's getting a few shots of these people. It's very slow. It's a slow old march because it's still unfurling. At the other end, we can probably get back to the unfurling as these guys are still heading. It's quite a long snake going all the way around. Very well organised. You've got to give the Ukrainians that. They do organise extremely well. Everyone's very well dressed as well. Your little boys in their traditional garments and various other Ukrainian costumes and colours. Stuck under this guy's camera. And we'll go back to the unfurling area. So the unfurling the box. More people coming in. More arriving to grab. It's getting closer. It's not just getting pretty close now. You got, let's say you're. Oh yes, very close. Very close to the end now. So a few of these unlucky ones here at the end might miss out on a bit of flag action, but the rest will be onto it. All right. So back up here again. They're going up the hill now, up the slippery hill, the slippery slope. Watch the gum tree. The guy's saying, be careful of the gum tree. Not sure what Alex is doing at the front there, other than just looking pretty, smiling away. He's not really holding the flag in any way. Okay, now the guy's saying come across now, so it looks like, it doesn't look as though it's, oh yeah, it doesn't look like it's big enough to go the full length of the whole hill, but maybe it is, so I've got that one wrong. So the people that, I've worked out now, the people at the ends are the end holders, and the flag will come along the middle here. This is plan 4 now we're up to. So the flag will come along the middle, and it will be each end. You see, it looks like a snake. You got a blue snake and a yellow snake next to Santa there. So they go along the middle. They'll unfurl down and unfurl up. Not sure what the translation is there, but it's quite an exciting moment in Sydney. So the drones are in position. They'll be getting good shot of the unfurling. A lot of people filming, getting their shots in. Alex still looking pretty. Still walking along the front. Yeah. Other people coming up now, getting little. Oh, they're the ones that missed out on the flag hold. So because it's out of the box now. The flag is out of the box. What's it all say? Oh, Vietnam. I say that's Vietnamese. Yeah, it looks like it's come from Vietnam. It's an urgent clothing delivery from Vietnam. Sorry about that. Another one, right? I'm mucking it all up today. Picked it as China. All right, there's the Crown in the background. Helicopter's coming in now. Getting a good view. It's obviously, I thought it was the cops, but it's obviously one of the TV camera crews. Who has one these days? Probably 7 or 9. I don't think SBS has one. Look, you got a combo. There's a combo flag. Look at that. You got the European Union, Australia, and the European Union, Australia, and Ukraine, all in one combo flag. All right, it's a slow march, coming along, right in the middle. They must have marked it off at the gum tree, I'd say, is the middle. This guy's he's got his eye on it. Make sure they're very centralised and centred. Alex still there, still wandering. Yeah, this guy's that's the guy they aim for. And there's the father or the priest. Maybe it's him. He might be going to bless it before it's unfurled. But would have been a lot of. It would have been quite. Get back, everyone back. Would have been quite tactical to get it done. Come down. Who are you saying? Come down this way. Don't slip anyone. It's slippery as all hell. All right. The tree. Straighten her up now. All right, come on. Keep going forward again. Alex just looking good. Doesn't even need to try. Stands there. Look at that smile. Look at that winning smile, eh? Yeah, this guy's all the way to the tree.
About a metre away from the tree.
A metre from the tree. Got it wrong again. Not all the way to the tree. A metre from the tree. So once it gets there, I think at the top. We'll go to the top, eh? So we've got a little film. Let's go down.
Keep moving forward.
Look at the guts. Alright, that's a good shot down the guts there. I think they're probably the best place for the unfurling will be up the top, eh? What do you reckon? Well, we'll get up in here. Oh, I left my jacket up there, so it's still there. Alright, hold. Everyone hold. Alright, hold. Up go the hands. Alright. Have we got this? Is it straight at the other end? Is it out at the other end? Did they get their calculation correct? I reckon it'll be spot on. There's Vietnamese soldiers getting this ready for months. Off their accurate measurements, I would think. All right, let's check the other side. I think they're there. Or are they still bent? No, I think it's good. No unfurling yet. Now the problem is going to be this bloody tree here. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a little gap in the flag to stop that happening, but keep an eye on the guy in the blue, or the Ukrainian shirt, the backpack. He sounds happy. There's the drone is in very, very low level there. Look at that. Alright, they're starting to unfurl. Nice and slow, please. So stay.
Yellow side, start moving and unfurling towards me. Blue side, backwards up the hill. Unfurl the flag.
All right, so this is the official unfurling is beginning slowly. It's saying slowly. Look at this. It's all happening here. Well, yeah, I was right about that tree over there. They did get to that tree, and then they found an issue there. So
Under the flag until we have it furled.
Do not get under the flag. It's tempting. It's tempting. I'll be good. I'll try and be good. Yeah.
Marshals, make sure the unfurling is happening evenly.
Okay. Marshals, got to keep those marshals on the ball. It does makes quite a pretty colour underneath, because the yellow gives a very golden look on the grass. Oh, there are kids under there. More kids now. They're all. How can you keep kids out? It's hard to keep me up. Oh, sorry about that. Can I just get a sneaky film in? Sorry. Fun for the kids. was an extremely well orchestrated manoeuvring to get this done. They did a great job. The organisation is impeccable. So we can get a real high view up here, maybe. Sorry about this dead time. At least I'm not talking. I'm laughing. No, it doesn't work. It's no good. All right. Alright, now, alright, keep unfurling, they're saying. I'm sure, I think they must have had a stop while they straighten up. Back to the unfurling. Here's the tri flag. It's got the European Union bit covered up this time.
Yeah, we need yellow to move down. So if you guys start walking, yellow can move down if you can. Yellow has a lot of room. Wait, tell them to walk forward.
Yeah.
Trees up here, yellow's got plenty of room.
Past this, they should have had the Vietnamese sowers organise something around the trees. It wouldn't have been that bloody hard to do. Anyway, so they got to go forward. Yellow, move down. They're not listening. They're not getting into it. Kids running everywhere. You're going to run under, Michelle? Go for a run.
Okay.
Aim all the way to the edge of the footpath.
Alright, they've got to move down to the edge of the footpath here. Oh, it's lots of kids in there now. Heaps of kids running around. But the good kids, or the ones with the strict parents, are just there. There's Alex. Oh my gosh. Okay, no more Alex. He's actually holding the flag now. He's got his hands on the flag. He's doing something now. Earning his money. Let's have a little look through the gap here. Oh, they're getting a selfie. Yeah, not much to see.
Alexa, they can't.
It's a bit droopy there. No, they're blocked. It's all, I think it's it. So, the only good shot anyone's going to get, I think, is a drone shot, especially with the bridge and everything in the background. Lady getting her selfie done. That'll be on her Instagram tonight probably, or this afternoon. Very obedient husband, getting it done. Alright. So yeah, there we go. The drones here, there's drone 1, drone 2, drone 3 I think's run out of battery. Up a bridge. And there's the world's largest Ukrainian flag. There it is, right there. Yeah, that's kind of it, eh? That's a lot of footage. I got here late, so I missed all the chit-chat in the beginning. He's the guy that usually runs the protest. They've been falling off pretty badly, the ones that... a lot of selfies going on here. Viva Ukraine. We should do a translation version too for all of us non-Ukrainian speakers. Steal his spot here.
The majority of Ukrainians is a very common picture that you can see very often when you travel inside.
Oh, here's the priest. Let's go and hear what he says.
Filled with golden wheat. The blue color is a symbol of freedom. It's a color of a sky. And a yellow color is a color of wheat, the symbol of our food. This is what we need the most, the food for our body and our freedom. And for these two colors, for this our Ukrainian flag, millions of people were killed by famine, were sent to prison, murdered, and even today many people are dying because of this Ukrainian flag, because our enemy, they want to take away from Ukrainian people our freedom and our food. The picture that is very close to our heart. And today we raised our flag to show that we are with Ukraine, that we support Ukrainian people and we are fighting for our independence. So first of all, let us raise our hands
I'm going to go on now.
toward our Lord God.
So it looks like there's a lot of kids under here too, and adults now. Well, I think I'm the tallest. Let's look at the seamsmanship from these Vietnamese ladies. Perfect. Yeah, it's quite the dome now that they're lifting it up. It's my height right here. It's up against my head, so. Okay, that's good. They're having a bit of fun. Mainstream media cameraman's in there too now. The priest was talking, but they have an unfortunately monotonic voice. It's very difficult to concentrate on what he's saying. Whoa, slip and slide. That's not bad. Yeah, let's see you do it. This guy's the better one. South Sydney, Jersey. It's from all his footy training. Can you do another one, brother? Watch it. Can you do another one? You do the best ones. All right, let's go. Watch this kid go. Woo! Well done. He gets a lot of distance in. All right, that's. He's ever had enough yet? All right, I think. All right, we'll walk back to the priest and listen to his droning. There's a few mistakes here. I don't know what's going on with this. It's like there's like a little bit of a. Oh, they've had a few tears which have been reattached. Yeah, to be. I reckon the quality control got to be on that one. It's getting shorter and shorter. It's only like kids level down here now. All right, I gotta get out of here. Oh, it's getting tighter. Oh fuck. Sorry, Alex, squeeze through. Oh, it's going through. Just perfect. Alex, my favourite politician, is freshly named the Sydney Woman of the Year is been named as a man. That's Alex Greenwich, among many other things. Yeah, just check out Alex Greenwich and Mark Latham. All right, so that's it. Jeez, that's my day's just gone better now. Talking to Alex, it's pretty good anyway. Look, they've done a good job. This guy, a bit of toing and froing between the bosses, and so we missed the end of the priest and his bits and pieces, but we got the bulk of it in the beginning. I think they'll let the kids and the big kids like me have a bit longer of a play, and then I guess they're going to place it down. But you can only imagine the footage from the drones and the footage from the drones and from the bloody Palestinians are happening soon. Oh, I'll probably just get the march and not the speeches. I wanted to see the Palestinians though today is Antoinette Lattouf, who I would have liked to have seen. All right, he's going to get back on the speaker, if it sounds like. Or not. Who's the boss? Oh, this guy, he's just standing around. He's just soaking it in, like it's just, yep, job well done, like a success in pretty much on every level. You would have to call that a success. It went off very, very, very well. Whether there's no. That's the funny thing about the counter protesting. There's no Russian counter protesters here. There's no anyone else counter protesting it. You know, Alex might not be happy there's not enough diversity, equity, and inclusion involved in it. It's all Ukrainians, but you know that's for another day. So here we are. This is the Barangaroo walk. Get a view from here, maybe. Oh, up we go. Oop, didn't quite get up. Try it again. Second time lucky. Up we go. All right, that's an age thing. So there she is. There it is. There's the bridge. Yeah, it's pretty shit view from here. All right, I'm going to sign out, and we'll sign back on when we get to the Palestinians. PA's back on, just as I said. Speeches. Okay.
Sanina, lead singer of the Hard Kiss. And Yulia will lead us all in singing the national anthem of Ukraine, Sedova, Ukraina.
All right, I might not join in for this guy, so I'll let the music play. Where's the singer? Where the hell is she? Oh, here she is.
Як роса на сонці, запануємо ми, браття, у своїй сторонці, душу тіла ми положимо за нашу свободу і покаже, що ми браття козацького роду. Душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття.
It's always very patriotic when they have the hand on the heart. I like that. Not many countries do it. Long live Ukraine. All right, one last shot of Alex and we're off. Oh, more speeches. Oh, I think it's the same. Looks like a big wave coming through. All right, do we want the, oh, I'm thirsty and, yeah, oh, they're very thirsty anyway. Can't hardly talk, which everyone's, or the listener, the listener is saying, oh, thank God for that. He's going to shut up for 5 minutes. Yeah, I got to swallow a bit of spit back there. Got me mouth going again. Yeah, so mainstream media patting the dog. A lot of mainstream media people like dogs. Just need a height. I might try and get a shot from the top here. Yeah, we'll try this. He just thanked the two New South Wales Parliament representatives, which was Kobe Shetty, who's the Greens, and Alex Greenwich, as we know I've been rabbiting on about the last half an hour, who's an independent. Yeah, and he's what he is. And the Greens, of course, she is what she is, Kobe Shetty. I knew I just couldn't get the name right, but he just said it. Anyway, we'll go down and listen to what he's got to say. He's they said he's the something or other. I forgot already now. Oh, that's a lot of walking, man.
I just got back from Ukraine several weeks ago.
Oh, here it is. It's this guy.
For Ukrainians, knowing that Australia is sending
What the ground is this?
so much,
It's a bog.
the majority of the
Away from that noisy thing.
delivered now.
Oh, they must have. That's why their PA ran out. Must have ran out of petrol.
In Ukraine. President Zelensky, our top political leadership, every Ukrainian has asked me to thank Australia for support. And that support would not be coming if it was not for Australian people. Australian people who are here with us, who are also reinforced by the Ukrainian community. But Australians overall are so supportive of Ukraine. You must have seen the surveys, the most recent survey by Lowy Institute, which says that over 70% of the Australians believe that Australia should do more. The reason we are there, the reason what we are fighting for, and the way this war is going to play out will have a major impact on the future of Australia. If a permanent member of the UN Security Council, Russia, which has 5,000 nuclear weapons, warheads, can change borders by force, that opens up a very dangerous world, a world of a jungle, where might is right, where you can grab whatever you want as long as you have nuclear weapons. And in this world, democracies have no chance of survival. There are very few democracies in your neighborhood here. You got New Zealand, you got Japan, maybe South Korea as well, but still a lot of autocracies around and democracies in decline. So we have to stand together, we have to keep on fighting. And I would like to thank once again the Ukrainian community, the Australians who are here, the politicians, everybody who cares about Ukraine. It means so much for us. I'm going back to Ukraine in a week. I will be there again in Kyiv next week. And I'll tell them the story about this beautiful event here, about this beautiful flag, about the concert, about how much you care about Ukraine. So thank you once again for being with us. Slava Ukraini!
Слава Україні! Любі друзі, дуже дякую вам, що ви сьогодні прийшли підтримати Україну і підтримати нашу боротьбу за незалежність. Thank you to everyone that is here for Ukraine's Independence Day to support Ukraine, but most importantly to show that no matter how big a task in front of us, united, we can always win. Today, on behalf of the Australian Federation of Ukrainian Organizations, I'd like to thank everyone that has helped organize this, the Ukrainian Council of New South Wales, Todd Liddy that has been leading us and helping set this all up today so we can unfurl the world's biggest flag, the world's biggest Ukrainian flag. Today it is my great pleasure to introduce to you an absolute hero, member of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, a combat officer, someone that has seen some of the worst things on the front line, someone that has fought tooth and nail for Ukraine's freedom and democracy, something that we can stand here on the 34th year of Ukraine's independence and celebrate it. His name is Lieutenant Colonel Andriy Berezovsky, and I would like you all to give him a very warm welcome.
Слава Україні! Подивіться, яка могутня, велика наша країна. Вчора був День прапора, сьогодні День Незалежності. Я радий вас привітати з цим днем. Дякую вам. Я хочу, щоб люди, які зверху нам трішки помахали привіт. Ми всіх вас бачимо. Днем Незалежності. Дякую, Австралія. Дякую, Україна.
Member for Sydney, I believe.
Thank you, Andrew. It is wonderful to be with you all here on Gadigal land this Ukrainian Independence Day. And I want to thank the Ambassador, the Consul General, to thank Andrew and the Ukrainian Council and all of the community that are out today for this wonderful gift you have given us. This wonderful gift where we are able, Sydney is able, to offer our solidarity with the Ukrainian people. Sydney and New South Wales stands with you. We are here to support you. We are here to work with you. And we are in constant admiration for your strength. Thank you again for this wonderful gift today. Sydney stands with Ukraine.
I'll speak in English. Hopefully those that don't speak English can be translated to by those near them. Dear guests, today we mark Ukraine's Independence Day, the day when millions of Ukrainians around the world remember the high price our freedom was won with. It is a day of dignity, struggle, and sacrifice. But today it is also a day of silence. Silence for those whose voices we can no longer hear. Today we remember those who are still in captivity. Ukrainian prisoners of war, Marines, border guards, medics, volunteers, defenders of Mariupol, Azovstal, Kharkiv, Kherson, and civilians. Civilians taken hostage, abducted from their homes at checkpoints from the streets of their cities in their country. Those who disappeared without a trace in the darkness of war, and their families who still live between hope and fear every single day. For a third year now of the full-scale invasion, thousands of Ukrainian families live without letters, without phone calls, without any news. It is the 12th year of torture, interrogations, closed prisons, and sentences handed down by occupation courts, unrecognized by the entire civilized world. As a state, as a people, we must remember, independence also means responsibility. Responsibility for those who cannot speak for themselves, for those who wait, for those who remain in captivity, for giving everything so we can be free. Our silence is not indifference. It is a call for justice, for truth, for action. Today we remember all Ukrainians who were imprisoned because of their love for their homeland, for their love for every single one of you and I, for the love of the future of their nation. All the Ukrainians that fought for light and now find themselves consumed by darkness. We bow our heads before their courage. We extend our hand of support to their families. We will not allow them to be forgotten here or in any other country around the world. We will fight for each and every one of them. On Ukraine's Independence Day we say, freedom is not only the flag above our heads. Freedom is every Ukrainian who must return home. Thank you, Slava Ukraini.
Thank you, everyone. Finish up, we'll just do one last song. I think it would be, I just don't think it's possible to not sing this song when we have so many people here. So Iurii Sedova will come and will lead us off in the first verse of Chervona Kalyna.
Ой, у лузі червона калина похилилася, чогось наша славна Україна зажурилася, а ми тую червону калину підіймемо, а ми нашу славну Україну гей-гей розвеселимо. Ой, у лузі червона калина похилилася, чогось наша славна Україна зажурилася, а ми тую червону калину підіймемо, а ми нашу славну Україну гей-гей розвеселимо. Слава Україні! Героям слава!
I'll now pass over to the marshal and we will furl the flag.
Thank you, everyone. God bless you.
Thank you, everyone. You've done an amazing job.
So that's it. Pretty much everything. The furling now, the refurling of the flag is the last thing to happen. All right. So that's it. I'll head off. I missed the Palestinian speeches now. Again, like I said, I wanted to see Antoinette Lattouf talk, but missed it. So what can we do? All right, it's important that you start furling, furl it upwards. Okay.
At the moment, we're only going to be able to roll it up by rolling it up towards the sky.
Будь ласка, можна попросити всіх дітей
The two.
вийти з-під
Both
прапору. Ми не
languages.
можемо починати, доки всі
That's down the middle.
діти не підуть звідси. Будь ласка, вийти з-під прапору. Коли вони всі вийшли, дайте мені сигнал, будь ласка. Також, коли ми будемо згортати прапор, нам треба згортати лише руками до себе, тобто з-під прапору наверх.
All right. I don't think we won't hang around for the unfurling or the refurling. Under, over. This bloody tree. If I was a Ukrainian, I would have snuck in with a bloody chainsaw the day before and got rid of that dog's leg, or like I said, or got the sewing ladies in Vietnam to cut a little gap in it. All right. My coat's still there, thankfully. I'd been cooking if I'd still be wearing it. All right. It's just blue when you look at it from this angle.
Okay. Everyone can start to furl the flag, so you need to start rolling it.
Wow.
Just need everyone to work at the same speed. Listen to your marshals. The yellow side and the blue side.
All right, that's enough. We're just outside the court building here, but I've actually just finished at the Ukrainian rally where they had the biggest Ukrainian flag, and just coming. This is the Sister Frida Mission Parish Church free lunch served every Sunday in the crypt. So these guys are all queued with their free lunch. There's a kid with a stick, just trying to whack me with a stick. But you're coming over anyway now to the Ukrainian rally. A few latecomers. I'm a latecomer because I was at the not Ukrainian, Palestinian. I was a latecomer because I was at the Ukrainians. So anyway, we're coming across now. I can hear it. You can hear it probably in the camera. Oh, it is a big one. There's a lot of people there. That is very big. I think the stage. If the stage is, I haven't been for a while because I went to the Harbour Bridge one and had a few issues, but that seems to have settled to a degree. Far out, yeah, that's really big. Yeah, we'll cross this way first. I guess it doesn't make much difference. They're slightly quicker probably. I'm not sure where they're going to walk because it's there's a blockage in Sydney. Looks like they might go. Yeah, it looks like they'll probably go down to. I guess they're going to go down here. I don't know what they're going to do. I got it all wrong at the Ukrainians for the flag unfurling, so I'll probably get it wrong today. All right, well we'll wander over and we'll hear what they're saying. I really want to hear Antoinette Lattouf speak. So if I can't get in this way, which it looks pretty much impossible because it's so bloody full, don't know. Have to maybe sneak around past the Marys. We shall see. All right. So yeah, like a lot of cops, they're all floating because they're only needed for the march. So they're just, at the moment they're just floating. See the speakers in the middle there. So good luck getting to it. There's the banner ready to go. A bit bunched up, but it's ready. And the cops are all on this side, so they're going to march. They will march out this way directly behind me when they march. Not familiar with this guy's voice. I don't quite know who it is. We'll push our way in. Got to get through the bushes here.
To the Australian Council of Trade Unions statement on Gaza and strongly supports the call for the Albanese government
Media.
to impose immediate sanctions on Israel.
10 or 10. I'm directly behind us,
state of Palestine at the United Nations. Further, we resolve to work with the union movement in New South Wales and across Australia, as well as civil society and community groups and government to achieve peace and justice for the Palestinian people and a political and diplomatic settlement consistent with the United Nations resolutions. We educate for peace, not war. All wars are fought against children. Peace is union business. In solidarity, thank you.
Excellent speech. As we stand here today, we acknowledge that genocide is union business. It's absolutely amazing to now see the union movement join us and join our demands. And let us be clear what our demands are. The Albanese government 2 weeks ago recognised a Palestinian state, and this has never been a demand of our movement. Our demands have been clear: sanction Israel. And when we say sanction Israel, we are not talking about individual members of a government like Ben-Gvir and other far-right nationalists. We are talking crippling economic sanctions that will cripple Israel and turn it into the pariah state that it is. If Israel is going to break every rule of war, and commit almost every crime against humanity, against the Palestinian people, there is only one proportionate and justifiable response, and that is to completely isolate Israel from the world stage. Second, we tell our government, what use is there to go to the United Nations in September and to recognise a state while we are arming the very state that is exterminating it with our bombs and with our weapons? The Australian government right now sees the power of this movement, it sees that the majority in this country is opposed to the genocide, and it is trying to dissuade us. But we say to them that we will continue mobilising and we will continue fighting until the genocide ends in Gaza and until the complicity of this government ends. Because enough is enough. And as we say this, we acknowledge that the Australian government over the past 2 years has manufactured consent for this genocide, and we are not surprised because this very government has enacted and continues to enact genocide and apartheid against the First Nations people in this country. We stand here right now as racist and genocidal laws are being passed in the Northern Territory and in Queensland, which directly target Indigenous people and their children. We stand here today as children continue to be stolen from Indigenous homes. It is absolutely shameful, it is racist, it is colonial, and it is genocidal. And the same media organisations who join us here today, whether it is the 9 News, the Herald, 10 News, the ABC, the Murdoch media, for the past 2 years, they have manufactured consent for this genocide. And right now they join us and they try to have sympathy for our movement, sympathy for the cause, as the images of children who look like skeletons come up on our screen. But we say to them that your hands are drenched in the blood of our children. of the t-shirt is more than 180 names of Palestinian journalists killed by Israel. Journalist Wael Badur was live on air when he learned his wife, children and relatives had been killed in an Israeli airstrike. He broke down on air and continued working. Photojournalist Fatima Husana, known as Gaza's Eye, had just learned a documentary about her life would premiere at Cannes. One day later, she was killed. In an airstrike that also claimed 5 family members, including her pregnant sister. Fatima had one request if she died. I don't want to be breaking news or a number in a group. I want a death the world will hear, an impact that will remain through time, and a timeless image that cannot be buried. We must not forget Fatima Husana. And then there's Anas Al-Sharif, just 28, a young father, targeted, accused, smeared, assassinated. He lived in a tent near a hospital so he wouldn't endanger others. That tent was struck, killing him and 5 of his colleagues. And before his death, he wrote a will that reads less like a farewell and more like an indictment. I have lived pain in all its details. I have tasted pain and loss repeatedly. Despite this, I have never hesitated to convey the truth as is, without distortion or falsification. May God be a witness against those who remain silent and accepted our killing, and against those who choked our breath and whose hearts were not moved by the scattered remains of our children and women, and who did nothing to stop the massacre of our people. These are not accidents. They are part of a devastating pattern. 184 Palestinian journalists and media workers slain since October 2023, compared to 18 in the entire Russia-Ukraine war.
No foreign journalists allowed because they'd be labelled Hamas too and have to be killed.
Gaza is the deadliest so-called conflict zone for journalists since record-keeping began. And still, despite Israel's ban on international reporters, despite engineered famine, despite displacement, despite daily threats, Palestinian journalists remain the world's eyes and ears inside Gaza. They are documenting their own genocide. That they managed to file a single story is nothing short of miraculous. And yet here in Western newsrooms, their work is often treated with suspicion, undermined, erased, dismissed, double standards abound. Euphemisms for war crimes replace plain language. Critics of Israel's actions are punished. Facts are buried. Propaganda elevated, while dehumanizing rhetoric against Palestinians slide by unchecked. This is not impartiality. This is not objectivity. This is not letting the facts speak for themselves. This is not evidence-based journalism. Journalists are meant to hold power to account, and that duty does not stop at our national borders, and it must not buckle to lobby pressure. If Western media continues to treat Palestinians' lives as expendable and Palestinian journalists as disposable, then it will be remembered not as a witness, but as an accomplice. To newsroom leaders, I say, history is watching. It will not forget stenographers, it will not forgive stenographers of apartheid and genocide. Demand entry into Gaza. Protect the truth tellers who remain, because they are disappearing by the day. Stop laundering brutality through language. Report international court findings, the human rights organizations' warnings, and the violence and the horror and the war crimes for what they are. We are running out of time. And as Anas Al-Sharif wrote, history will be a witness, naming not only those who killed, but those who stayed silent and those who helped silence others. Free Palestine.
to keep speaking up and to expose the rotten line that the media have taken in this country. And, you know, that story alone highlights, you know, what we've been up against and what we are still up against as a movement, because we know now that we have overwhelming public support, and yet still we're up against an establishment that is not a democratic one, that does not exist to serve the will of the mass of people, but exists instead to serve those in power, those with money and power, those who want to see a world of continued oppression and exploitation, those who are part of a rotten military in alliance with the United States, with Donald Trump, those who are determined to spend, those who want to spend billions of dollars on weapons and war machines to prepare for even more wars and conflicts in the future, rather than spend it on public housing, on wage rises for public servants, on the things that we need in this country, let alone lifting a finger to stop this genocide in Gaza. And that's what we've seen for the last 2 years. This is a movement, as we've said from the beginning, of people power against the establishment in this country. And that's why we're going to have to keep fighting like never before, because it's not enough just to win a majority of people over. We need to build a movement that can force change out of the hands of those in power. People that do not want to change. People that have backed Israel not just for the last 2 years, but for the last 77 years. That's what we're up against. And so we need to keep building, to keep fighting, to keep mobilizing. We have a long way ahead of us in this movement. We know, of course, that the situation in Gaza is worse than ever. Despite the entire world turning against this genocide, we know that the absolutely psychotic regime in Israel is determined to forge ahead with mass starvation, and an invasion of Gaza City any day now could see the tanks roll in to Gaza City. So we need to keep mobilizing, and it's why it's so important that we're seeing now a movement in this country that is bigger than it's ever been before. And we've had, of course, to stand up for the last 2 years and for many years before that against the efforts to stop our protests, to ban our protests, to silence this movement. We should never forget that Chris Minns tried to stop 300,000 of us marching over Sydney Harbour. And those efforts to silence Palestine supporters continue. Right now in the Gold Coast, there's this terrible event being held by basically the pro-Israel lobby and sponsored by a bunch of weapons companies, and the far right have all these speakers. It's a whole lineup of racists and warmongers. And they've invited every council and every mayor in the country to come and speak at that event and hear and be lobbied, because what they're trying to do is to silence people at every local community level, to adopt, of course, terrible definitions of anti-Semitism, which are designed to do nothing to combat anti-Semitism, but are purely designed to try to stop solidarity with the Palestinian people. So these efforts continue, but what we saw on the Harbour Bridge that day and what we're seeing today around the country is that they have decisively lost that argument in society. That does not work anymore. None of those lies work anymore to keep us afraid or to keep us silent. And we are speaking out in greater numbers than ever. Now I want to bring up our next speaker is Sue Higginson. She's a Greens MLC from the New South Wales Parliament here. And I introduce her in that way because she has been so central in standing with us in the fight on many issues, but particularly in this state, fighting against the Chris Minns government and fighting against their attempts to silence us. So please welcome up Sue Higginson from the Greens.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. I acknowledge, and I know all you do here, that we are gathered on the beautiful country of the Gadigal people, always was, always will be, for Aboriginal lands. Folks, it is wonderful that you have turned up again today. Just being here is an act of strong resistance, and Chris Minns can see you here right now, and that means a lot. Well done, all of you. You are once again on the Harbour Bridge that day. But folks, we know Palestinian people don't need recognition right now. They need sanctions on Israel, that they need an end. We need to stop fueling the barbarism. We need to end the two-way arms trade that is happening right now that makes our governments, both state and federal, complicit in the brutal murder of Palestinian people. We say enough. It has to stop. And also, folks, what we have seen since the beginning of this year, under the false premise of anti-Semitism in this state, is some of the worst anti-protest laws this country has ever seen. It's happened now. It's given the police such serious powers that we saw the brutal, violent assault on our champion Hannah Thomas. And folks, we will, us Greens in the New South Wales Parliament, we will not stop until those laws are off our law books, because they are filthy, oppressive laws. And you know, there's one way for us to win these things, and that is by showing up, staying connected, and not stopping protest until we win. You're all fantastic. Power to the people and free, free Palestine! recognition. Every single day for almost 2 years, 28, that's a classroom full of children, innocent children, have been killed by Israel. But the turning point for our care and humanity should not be children. All of the people in Palestine who have been murdered are human beings just like us. Now, I too pay my respects to these stolen lands of Gadigal, to the Gadigal people of the Iurii Nation. I pay my respects to all mob here, because as it has been pointed out already, we cannot speak of, we cannot think of Israel's apartheid, its incremental, ongoing genocide, without facing our own present incremental genocide.
all connected. This affects all of us. It affects us socially, it affects us economically, and it affects us ecologically. Even those who think we can be rewarded for our silence. Because even though evil thrives in silence, it only truly rewards total obedience. Because when the forces of capitalism, colonialism and corporatism eventually take a chokehold on you personally, on your illusion of peace, it will not care to take you as collateral damage.
Greater Israel sucks.
Greater Israel sucks. That's a great line. This is nothing to laugh about. This is very serious. But there are some funny chants here and some great signs. It just shows that there is joy. There is joy to be had, and that joy can overtake evil. Power responds to two forces. Money. There's a reason why our government, they know what is happening. They are complicit in it. They are part of the arms trade, and they have been reliant on the innovative technology that Israel supplies to the rest of the world, and it is tested on the Palestinians like they are lab rats. But there is another force that power responds to, and it is public pressure. All of us here today, except for maybe some Zionist hecklers, all of us here today do not need to be convinced of the truth. And it's very well and good to have these echo chambers. But in the middle, in the 80% of the population, there are people who know what is happening, but they are still too afraid. They have bought into the propaganda that it is best to stay silent and it is best to be inert. What I want you to do, all of you here today, because I know you have family and friends who care, but they don't feel empowered to act. I want you to remind them that even though we may not have agency as individuals in this rigged game, we do have agency as a collective. If we can get 300,000 people to block the bridge, we can get 3 million, we can get more.
Let's talk about next Sunday. Now, people may have seen that our historic march over the Sydney Harbour Bridge upset a few people in society. The far right were very upset. The Murdoch media and many others in the kind of right-wing horrible media were very upset. And this has led to a bunch of absolutely despicable Nazis, literal Nazis, and fascists, literal fascists and white supremacists and other horrible far-right racists to call for what they are calling a March for Australia next week. That's right. These people want to take back Australia, even though they're kind of already running this country, unfortunately, in one form or another. So this is a horrific racist far-right march which has been called. Now, we'd probably be inclined to just totally ignore these freaks, except that this has been given mass media coverage outrageously. This is the same media who for 2 years have been trying to brand us as anti-Semites because we oppose a genocide, have been giving mass coverage and promotion of a rally that is actually organised by Nazis, literal neo-Nazis. And some of the main organisers, including one of the main organisers in Sydney, who claims she's not a Nazi, also still says that she praises the Cronulla racist riot, says that we need more racist violence, and they say they want a country only for the white man, as they say. So this is outrageous. So they next week are going to be rallying at the other end of town. We don't want anything to do with them. We're not going near them. But it is important for us, I think, to have a mass show of force out next week to say that we are the majority in this country. We absolutely despise this far-right racist bill. And that we are not going to let them, even for a day, we are not going to let them march unopposed in our city, spreading their horrible message of racism. Thank you. It makes me sick just talking about them. So next week, please be here. We're going to be marching here in Hyde Park, our usual march route around the city back here to Hyde Park. We're not planning to go near where they are, so it's still going to be a very safe, family-friendly event. Everyone should be here. We want to be here to counter their rotten message of hate with our message of solidarity and opposition to racism. And we say that all migrants are welcome here, refugees are welcome here, and we say that this is Aboriginal land, and that nobody, white supremacists, should dare show their faces. At Belmore Park. I just need to announce a few things coming up, so bear with me. Okay, I'm just going to run through a few smaller events and then I'm going to talk about what we're doing in the next few weeks. So firstly, for all the students out there's a lot going on the campuses. One of the big things happening nationally is a student referendum. So the point is to have students from every university vote on their support for the Palestinian cause, on their opposition to genocide, calling for sanctions and calling for their own institutions to cut their ties with the weapons companies that do research and help Israel to carry out mass murder. So keep an eye out on your campuses for that. We want huge votes to represent, again, the will of the people, in this case, the will of the students, in opposition to their own administrations. Secondly, there's going to be another important picket coming up. I think it's on the 21st of September of the Bisalloy Steelworks. Shout out to the crew down from the Illawarra who've been engaged in that. This is one of the companies that should be sanctioned by our government, or should be blocked rather from our government from being able to trade with the genocidal regime. If our government's not doing it, then we're going to do it. So there's going to be another picket of that steelworks. This is a place, if people don't know, a company that produces and sends special armoured steel plating to Israel, which is then used on armoured Israeli vehicles who are about to roll into Gaza City to commit another stage in this genocide. So keep an eye out for that and get down for that. I think it's going to be another overnight picket there at the Bisalloy Steelworks down in the Illawarra. Alright, there's also going to be an action organised by Jews Against the Occupation 48, and shout out to them, to the Jews Against the Occupation, the Jewish Council of Australia and all the other Jewish organisations who have been standing with us and with the Palestinian cause for the last 2 years and for many years before that. They're organising an action on the 7th of September at 10 a.m. That's going to be at Bondi Beach, and that's going to be in solidarity with another attempt, another convoy. It's called the Samud Convoy, of people trying to bring aid directly to Gaza by sea, by land, however they can, to try to break the siege and bring aid into Gaza. So there'll be a solidarity action here at Bondi Beach on the 7th of September. There's always too many events to remember if people aren't already following many pages out there, but for us it's the Palestine Action Group Sydney on Facebook and on Instagram, and generally we share around events organised by other people as well, so keep an eye out for that. Now for us, next week, let's talk about next Sunday. Now people may have seen that our historic march over the Sydney Harbour Bridge upset a few people in society. The far right were very upset. The Murdoch media and many others in the kind of right-wing horrible media were very upset. And this has led to a bunch of absolutely despicable Nazis, literal Nazis, and fascists, literal fascists, and white supremacists, and other horrible far-right racists to call for what they are calling a March for Australia next week. That's right. These people want to take back Australia, even though they're kind of already running this country, unfortunately, in one form or another. So this is a horrific, racist, far-right march which has been called. Now, we'd probably be inclined to just totally ignore these freaks, except that this has been given mass media coverage outrageously. This is the same media who for 2 years have been trying to brand us as anti-Semites because we oppose a genocide, have been giving mass coverage and promotion of a rally that is actually organised by Nazis, literal neo-Nazis. And some of the main organisers, including one of the main organisers in Sydney who claims she's not a Nazi, also still says that she praises the Cronulla racist riot, says that we need more racist violence, and they say they want a country only for the white man, as they say. So this is outrageous. So they next week are going to be rallying at the other end of town. We don't want anything to do with them. We're not going near them. But it is important for us, I think, to have a mass show of force out next week to say that we are the majority in this country. We absolutely despise this far-right racist filth. And that we are not going to let them, even for a day, we are not going to let them march unopposed in our city, spreading their horrible message of racism. Thank you. It makes me sick just talking about them. So next week, please be here. We're going to be marching here in Hyde Park, our usual march route around the city back here to Hyde Park. We're not planning to go near where they are, so it's still going to be a very safe, family-friendly event. Everyone should be here. We want to be here to counter their rotten message of hate with our message of solidarity and opposition to racism. And we say that all migrants are welcome here, refugees are welcome here. And we say that this is Aboriginal land, and that no bloody white supremacists should dare show their faces. At the same time, it's important we keep mobilising for Gaza and against this genocide in Gaza. So next week, that's what we're protesting for. All right, my voice has clearly had enough for today, so I'm going to pass over to our last speaker. Renee Imad is a wonderful, legendary Palestinian activist. Her family is from Gaza. She's been speaking out very bravely for 2 years now, and much longer. Please make her welcome, Renee.
I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners on the land on which we stand today. I pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging, and I acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded and has never been ceded. We reaffirm our solidarity with our Indigenous brothers and sisters who know all too well what genocide and colonialism look like, because they have experienced it and continue to experience it at the hands of our government. This always was and always will be Aboriginal land. I want to thank everyone for coming out here today and for continuing to take a stance against the genocide in Gaza and our government's shameful complicity, as well as the complicity of governments all around the world in this genocide. We stand together today again in solidarity and in strength as the had to watch the video of my uncle cry over the body of Muhammad as he watched him bleed to death on the floor. Shame! My uncle will never recover from losing his oldest son, let alone being the person who watched him die and had him die in his hands. And Muhammad's 3 young children will never recover from losing their father to such violence. This is a family who, like every family in Gaza, are permanently scarred at the hands of Israel and at the hands of Zionism. Shame! And the horrors continue. On Tuesday, we received news that my maternal family home in Sabra was bombed to the ground, and all of our neighbours were martyred as the entire Sabra neighbourhood is being destroyed. So many memories in that home have been robbed from us by the terrorist Israeli war machine. I left that home in 2023 in January, just thinking about when I would be able to visit again. This has been taken from me. I will never be able to revisit that home. It has been bombed to the ground. And as our leaders insist that Israel is a democratic state and they refuse to sanction this entity, it is my family and Palestinian families that are forced to reckon with this terrorism. Shame! We are forced to watch our families killed, watch them mutilated in the most violent ways, and we are not able to even mourn them in dignity before we receive the next round of news, and the news after that, and the news after that. How much more will the people of Gaza and the people of Palestine be forced to face? Statistics coming out of Gaza right now estimate over 42,000 orphans in Gaza whose parents have been martyred, and almost 20,000 widows. Shame! And we know that the numbers are much higher than this. We know that there are many more orphans who have had everything taken away from them, and there are many more women who have been forced to take the role of the sole caregiver and the sole provider in the face of so much trauma and so much loss. And these numbers could go on. We saw recent statistics that say that the number of martyrs in Gaza is 62,000. This is a gross underestimation, because if anyone here remembers, during the very fleeting ceasefire in Gaza in January, when Palestinians had a very limited chance to count their dead, they confirmed the number of 61,000 martyrs. And they said that this number would only increase as they went through the rubble. This was in January. We are now in September. Shame! We have no real way of knowing the extent of the destruction of the terrorist state of Israel, because this destruction is beyond human comprehension. Every single one of these people deserve to be mourned with dignity. They deserve to be named and remembered, and actually they deserve a whole lot more than the recognition of their country. A recognition that could not save them, cannot save their families, and is useless unless it is backed up by action. And as absolute evidence of this, we saw our leaders announce Palestinian recognition on the same day as the assassination of Antoinette Lattouf and 5 other journalists. We demand more than recognition. We demand a ceasefire. We demand liberation. And we demand it now. Ceasefire now! Our fight will not stop a Palestinian recognition, because as Amal said,
our way to the front. Oh, here we go. There, the main copter's here, getting it all under control. So we'll come inside the beautiful David Jones handbag and watch and jewellery boutique area, because you can film down from here, which I've done a few times. They've got the windows are a bit yucky, but see how we go. See if we can squeeze through. They could give them a wash, I don't know. Bust this part up. Rounding the corner now into Pitt Street, or Market Street, sorry, they're going to go past Pitt Street. But there's an overhead. Oh, a few of them are cutting the corner and coming down here, but you can still see, just see from here, that there are still, everyone still hasn't left from up there. There's still heaps of people up there, so it's a big, one of the bigger ones, back to being one of the bigger ones again. So we'll wander through. It's looking gorgeous, checking all the handbags out, looking lovely. The DJ's ladies were nice, let me stand up on their little thing. But these ladies didn't get the message what was going on today, because they were in here instead looking at the jewellery and the watches. But we're going to head over to the there's an overpass bridge up here, which is where we're going to go and have a look from here. Not this one, but there's another one that's across the street. So we'll come back on, we'll have a quick look here. People are always a bit shocked when they get here. There's the marchers, there's the drummers at the front, and the speaker trolley. But we'll come around to the next one. It's always the best. This is the best spot, I reckon, now. Right in the middle. Security guards are onto it now. They don't like people here, maybe, but there's plenty watching it. Plenty of photographers. Really see what a mass of humanity it is. Like I said, the ones up the top still.
Hey, one second, please.
Everyone else is their phones, so everyone else is their phones. You get everyone else to go, we'll go.
Yeah, the security guard is getting upset because these guys are professional photographers taking photos, but like the lady said, everyone else is using their phones. She might be mainstream media, but I'll stick up for her this time. It was all a bit nothingness, really. He got a bit grouchy and then he backed off. Yeah, so they must be onto it now. Here comes another mainstream media, so he might come and tell her off, but maybe not. And now you get a good view from this side as well, heading down the street. Yeah.
Why can't you just do this on the road? Easy on the road.
All the way down there, a little bit more telling off by the media guy, and then all the way up here, still coming. And also still up in the park, right at the top there. Out of the park up here, going all the way around the back, and then all the way down here, and then down here, and then down here, and it's just an insane number of people. So I'll get back. If I don't get out now, I won't be able to get back in front of it. But yeah, it's pretty good from up here. Until Mr. Grumpy gets upset again. All right, we'll go around this. This is the best view actually from here because it's on a bit of an angle, but it's really dark in here. And there's usually no one here, but there's someone here today. See, I mean, it's much clearer from here. Alright, I've come out in Pitt Street Mall here. You've got a young boy rocking it away. Heaps and heaps of shoppers, indifferent to everything, wouldn't know what's going on. And I didn't get past them unfortunately, so now I'm stuck in the rear guard. So we will try, I don't know what we'll do, go through. I could always go through Maya. Oh, maybe just on the footpath if they're all on the road, hopefully. How far back are we? Oh, well they're up at George Street. So yeah, we'll make it if we if we can sneak past people. So I'll stop filming for this bit, otherwise it's me just huffing as I run and the camera bobbing up and down. So talk to you in a sec. They're going up the tram tracks. I thought they were gonna keep going, but they've done a turn at the tram, the Sydney tram tracks. So it'll still be a straight run down George Street now, I'm assuming. It's good area, and they've got them well trained to stay on the, to stay where they're supposed to stay. So we might be able to get to Big W and get a shot from there. If I was a betting man, I would say, yeah, the cops are getting them onto the railway line and off the platform. Not that there'll be any bloody trams coming, but generally along this section you have a lot of homeless normally. There's a few. There's a lady here, don't know, looking at it, not knowing pretty much what's going on, just a look on her face. Oh, and I got a cat. Hello. Your cat. What does your cat think of all this? Huh? Anyway, and then you get more. Look, there's more. Homeless lady with a cat. You got all these ones with a dog. This guy's got a broken arm. He's not got mate. No, don't fucking come near us. And then here they come. This QBB station. Unusual for it to be here. This guy's got a seat, but I will stand up here maybe. Coming up to Town Hall now. This is QBB. There's Queen Victoria standing over it. Probably standing up in parade. This is going on, but I'll try and get a position up inside Woolies Big W building, which is the second floor. It's up there. You might get a good view down the road here. Like I said, you don't. Oh no, do they turn? No, they go straight. They go straight down the guts. So I think it's because the trams might be off. I was going to the Ukrainians today. Here's one of these bikes you never see. Perfect timing, you would have made it otherwise. There's one of Clover Moore's bikes. She wants everyone to be riding around this 15-minute city. Yeah, look, I'll blabber on a bit. Oh, this fucking, they got the Woolies, the Woolies high security crew there, not letting anyone to go in. Let's get up there anyway. Yeah, while we're waiting and just watching this, I just wanted to say about Josh Lees' speech, the PAG organiser. You got to remember this guy, he's a staunch socialist. He had it before he started doing this. The police call him like a professional protester. It's like he'll protest anything. He's very big in the trans rights groups. But even before Palestine, all this stuff happened, he used to have a little a group called Lockdown to Zero, where he wanted everybody in New South Wales to be locked down in their homes until there was COVID zero. So they're very staunch vax. He likes to mock anyone who's not a staunch vax person, who gets mocked as a cooker and a anti-vaxxer and all that. He puts shit on everyone. And today he really let himself down again today by really putting shit on the March for Australia next week by saying it is a neo-Nazi event. And that's where it's not, and the socialists want to, and they're doing it in Melbourne too, they want to get the Palestinians and everyone else on board with them because they hate Australia. You will not see an Australian flag. The only Australian flag you're going to see here is up the top there of that building. That's the only one. And then one there on the QBB. But nobody will have an Australian flag in the group. And then next week at the rally, it's all Australian flags. And they're incensed by that. So now they have a counter rally, not Josh this time, but the trans group, the Pride and Protest, and a few other, some other groups. where it's like bring all your flags, and they have, you know, bi flags and LBG flags and lesbian flags and trans flags and Ukrainian flags and everything else. They got all the flags but the Australian flag. Of course, these flags that you'll see today as well, the Aboriginal flags and the Torres Strait Island flags. All that being said, where was I going? Yeah, it was very wrong for him to say that, and he called out Beck Freedom and called her, you know, he mocks her like it's whatever someone might have said, and anyway, he mocks her about it and calls them all Nazis, and everyone that's going is all actual Nazis, he's saying. And the reality, of course, it's just Australians that are just a little bit over a lot of things in general. They're not Nazis, you know, as much as he wants to paint it that way, but then he'll be the first one up whinging if a Zionist group or a Jewish group or the Australian Jewish Association or anyone else is to, you know, say anything about their group. Like, he's up in arms about it. But if, you know, he just labels all these Australians next week as Nazis, all of them, they're all Nazis. And a lot of people I spoke to yesterday at yesterday's rally that are going, none of them are Nazis, but, you know, in Josh Lee's mind, or in the Palestine, as he speaks for the Palestine Action Group and for lockdown to zero, you know, they shouldn't be out. Nobody should be out marching anyway, because there is COVID in the community. So if you had to wait, everyone would be locked down. But that being said, you know, it's just wrong. It's misinformation and lying. And, you know, I put my neck out before for these guys, and, you know, it ended up resulting in me getting a reasonably bad beating from them a while ago now. But it's over now. I can just go anywhere now. They know. They just leave me alone. They don't say anything. They just give me dirty looks and let me go about my business doing what I'm doing. They won't like any of this I'm saying, of course. I'm not knocking, never knocked the real Palestinians. I never have. They have a point to make, and they want to make their point, and they have a legitimate point to make. But the socialists have hijacked the whole thing from the get-go, and it's all about hating Australia, and that their argument doesn't work unless they say that the Gadigal people are equal to the Gazan people, and the Israelis are equal to the white Australians, because the Gadigal and the Gazan are the colonised and the oppressed, and the Israelis and the white Australians are the colonisers and the oppressors. And there's an ongoing genocide in both countries, in Gaza and in Gadigal. It's like on and on it goes, this ongoing genocide of the Gazan people. Anyway, look, most people aren't stupid enough to believe it. Even Sue Higgins, when she spoke today, she didn't go with her stolen land business. Just the little girl did it, you know, when she was going on about her bits and pieces. But, you know, the usual Greens one didn't do it. Yeah, that Tame, whatever her name is, first name is Tame, former Australian of the Year. Yeah, her one's worth a listen to. It's a bit rich, a lot of it, but, you know, they're just the indoctrinated kind of people that believe it. You know, they're just the self-loathing types. That's all it is. That's all it is. And you can see the flags. I'm not, you know, there's no Aussie flags. Oh, yeah, that one up there. There's one. Spot the Aussie flag. Right. Where the fuck is it? Right, somewhere up there. Right there. But you still get an Aussie flag, an Aboriginal flag, and a Torres Strait Island flag. Why you need a Torres Strait Island flag in the middle of Sydney when the Torres Strait Islands is actually closer to Papua New Guinea, and then the Torres Strait Island people look a lot closer to a Papua New Guinean person than to an Aboriginal person, and it's not me just making up a story or pulling something out of the hat. That's just the truth. Anyway, they're going on, they're continuing on. I guess it's going to go all the way down George Street, and I'm a bit thirsty, and I can't really keep talking for too long. Thank God I hear you all say. But I might as well have taken this, you know, moment while I'm in beautiful Big W here. Yeah, you know, beautiful Big W. You get a coffee machine for $79. What's this? A cappuccino milk frother, $32. A tiny little pan, the tiniest little pan you'll ever see. $32. $32 for a tiny pan. You get it. Alrighty, so just coming up into Big W now. So, ticket officer is supposed to be out handing out tickets. She's just in browsing. Let's have a look. So come over here for the sporting goods store and the prams, $12 prams. Oh, here they are. Another good timing. Nobody here. These windows haven't opened for years. But there you go. That's a good size. That's a pretty good size group. So I have to get out of here again. Oh, it's pretty good actually, because there's plenty of room to walk around the side, because this is a very wide area. Yeah, while we're waiting and just watching this, I just wanted to say about Josh Lees' speech, the PAG organiser. I remember this guy. He's a staunch socialist. He had it before he started doing this. The police call him like a professional protester. It's like he'll protest anything. He's very big in the trans rights groups. But even before Palestine, all this stuff happened, he used to have a group called Lockdown to Zero, where he wanted everybody in New South Wales to be locked down in their homes until there was COVID zero. So they're very staunch vax. He likes to mock anyone who's not a staunch vax person who gets mocked as a cooker and a anti-vaxxer and all that. He puts shit on everyone. And today he really let himself down again today by really putting shit on the March for Australia next week by saying it is a neo-Nazi event. And that's where it's not, and the socialists want to, and they're doing it in Melbourne too, they want to get the Palestinians and everyone else on board with them because they hate Australia. You will not see an Australian flag. The only Australian flag you're going to see here is up the top there of that building. That's the only one. And then one there on the QBB. But nobody will have an Australian flag in the group. And then next week at the rally, it's all Australian flags. And they're incensed by that. So now they have a counter rally, not Josh this time, but the trans group, the Pride and Protest, and a few other, some other groups, where it's like, bring all your flags, and they have, bi flags and LBG flags and lesbian flags and trans flags and Ukrainian flags and everything else. They got all the flags, but the Australian flag. Of course, these flags that you'll see today as well, the Aboriginal flags and the Torres Strait Island flags. All that being said, where was I going? Yeah, it was very wrong for him to say that, and he called out Beck Freedom and called her, he mocks her like it's whatever someone might have said, but anyway, he mocks her about it and calls them all Nazis, and everyone that's going is all actual Nazis, he's saying. And the reality, of course, it's just Australians that are just a little bit over a lot of things in general. They're not Nazis, as much as he wants to paint it that way, but then he'll be the first one up whinging if a Zionist group or a Jewish group or the Australian Jewish Association or anyone else is to, say anything about their group. Like, he's up in arms about it. But if, he just labels all these Australians next week as Nazis, all of them, they're all Nazis. And a lot of people I spoke to at yesterday's rally that are going, none of them are Nazis, but in Josh Lees' mind, or in the Palestine, he speaks for the Palestine Action Group and for Lockdown to Zero, they shouldn't be out. Nobody should be out marching anyway, because there is COVID in the community. So if you had to wait, everyone would be locked down. But that being said, it's just wrong. It's misinformation and lying. And I put my neck out before for these guys, and it ended up resulting in me getting a reasonably bad beating from them a while ago now. But it's over now. I can just go anywhere now. They know. They just leave me alone. They don't say anything. They just give me dirty looks and let me go about my business doing what I'm doing. They won't like any of this I'm saying, of course. I'm not knocking, never knocked the real Palestinians. I never have. They have a point to make, and they want to make their point, and they have a legitimate point to make. But the socialists have hijacked the whole thing from the get-go, and it's all about hating Australia, and that their argument doesn't work unless they say that not we, but the Gadigal people are equal to the Gazan people, and the Israelis are equal to the white Australians, because the Gadigal and the Gazan are the colonised and the oppressed, and the Israelis and the white Australians are the colonisers and the oppressors. And there's an ongoing genocide in both countries, in Gaza and in Gadigal. It's like on and on it goes, this ongoing genocide of the Gazan people. Anyway, look, most people aren't stupid enough to believe it. Even Sue Higgins, when she spoke today, she didn't go with her stolen land business. Just the little girl did it, when she was going on about her bits and pieces. But the usual Greens one didn't do it. Tame, whatever her name is, first name is Tame, former Australian of the Year. Yeah, her one's worth a listen to. It's a bit rich, a lot of it, but they're just the indoctrinated kind of people that believe it. They're just the self-loathing types. That's all it is. That's all it is. And you can see the flags. There's no Aussie flags. Oh, that one up there. There's one. Spot the Aussie flag. Right. Where the fuck is it? Right, somewhere up there. Right there. But you still get an Aussie flag, an Aboriginal flag, and a Torres Strait Island flag. Why you need a Torres Strait Island flag in the middle of Sydney when Torres Strait Islands is actually closer to Papua New Guinea, and then the Torres Strait Island people look a lot closer to a Papua New Guinean person than to an Aboriginal person, and it's not me just making up a story or pulling something out of the hat. That's just the truth. Anyway, they're going on, they're continuing on. I guess it's going to go all the way down George Street, and I'm a bit thirsty, and I can't really keep talking for too long. Thank God, I hear you all say. But I might as well have taken this, moment while I'm in beautiful Big W here. Yeah, beautiful Big W. You get a coffee machine for $79. What's this? A cappuccino milk frother, $32. A tiny little pan, the tiniest little pan you'll ever see. $32. $32 for a tiny pan. You get a giant pan for $12. But I think it's an egg pan, must be. Anyway, all the other shit. And let's go back. These boys are just they're kind of listening in to what's going on. It's just still going. There's the teachers, the unions who were speaking today. I only got there just when the union guys started because I was a bit late getting there after the Ukrainians, and their largest Ukrainian banner in the world being unfurled. And a few signs that were near me at the march, so there's a long way to go because I was reasonably close to the front, so it's a hell of a long march, this one. Hell of a big numbers. I'd be interested to see the estimates later, but it's in the tens and tens and tens of thousands. So big numbers. I think they got their numbers from the they got a lot of new people either from their bridge rally, and obviously a lot of them have stuck with it. I honestly thought a lot of people would be just do the bridge, and then that's it, they're done. Just like the small little socialist groups who haven't come past yet, but they pretty much, I watch them at the rallies, they don't listen to any of the speeches, they just want to do they do the little dancing march, and it's fun for them. It's a day out and it's a lot of fun, they enjoy it, so it's a double whammy. And they're probably still miles down the bloody road. Look at that, that's insane. It just goes on forever and ever, just like I do, I hear you say. Pretty quiet day in the city, I think, for traffic anyway, being a Sunday. But yeah, so next Sunday they said, Josh Lee said that they will be having they don't want any problems, so that apparently with these far right Nazis that are going to be running riot through Sydney, but they can't let them have the city. Listen to his speech. They can't let the far right Nazis have the city, so they're going to have to be here, but they'll stay away. They're going to stay up at their area, up at the park where we came from at Hyde Park, whereas the other ones are at Belmore Park. But then the trans and the Houso group and the who's the other group, the Refugees Action, someone or other, they're having their one around the corner, which will be it's very, very close, just the central station in between, at Prince Alfred Park. There's more, what is it here? MUA, Maritime Union, Teachers Federation, something about Pine Gap there on that one. Well, I'm looking at the signs, not filming. There's your this guy with the mask on, the guy that's got the mega pride flag. Oh, it's a pride flag and a Palestinian flag in one, and he's got a COVID mask on, and he's got and there's a dude. I think it's a dude, or it's a woman. Maybe it's a woman, or maybe it's a woman dressed as a man dressed as a woman. But they've got their look at that. I haven't seen that one before. That's a new one. Yeah, I don't want to use the old trope about being thrown off a building, but everyone's heard it before. It's a guy that's a bit freaky, that guy there. He's got an Israel murders sign. I'll zoom in. Can you see him? And he's got a scary looking mask thing on. Maybe I should just go down and do a bit of filming in the group. But yeah, it's not. It just goes on and on and on, like me, and on like me, and on and on and on and on like me, and it never ends. Well, it's going to end at some stage, but not for a while. It's fairly well paced out now. Antoinette Lattouf spoke reasonably well, which I thought she would. Nothing too overly special, but reasonably well. Okay, I'm going to stop filming and will I go down to Belmore Park, or I can just wander down a little way and then I'll go home and have a beer. We've pretty much had enough. We've seen pretty much everything we want to see, I think. I'm shocked that the town hall did not have the Ukrainian flag up today, which they normally put the Ukrainian flag up on the Ukrainian National Day. But there was the world's largest Ukrainian flag in Barangaroo today. The mainstream media meathead just doing his footage down there. Got the lights on. Can you see him? Yeah, somewhere there. All right. Well, that's too long of a video. So that's going to be a long march. It looks a bit sort of scanty when you look at it. It looks a little scant, but when you look down the barrel of it, it's like there is a hell of a lot of people here. It's a hell of a lot. All right, over and out for now. Let's go and have a mix and mingle. Oh, there's the Jews against the occupation. Jews against the occupation 48. They mention them a lot. All right, let's go and have a check them out. All right, back out in amongst it again. I just walk against the flow for a little while and see some signs, eh? There's a dog. I don't see too many dogs there. Mask wearer, I see there's plenty of them. Palestinian flags, plenty of those. Me talking, too much of that. But there's the union, the National Tertiary Education Union. I went to their, they had a bit of a whingy protest the other day that they get 17, would you believe, all these people at uni, especially UTS and New South Wales, Sydney, they all get 17% superannuation compared to the 11% everyone else gets. But they're whining about a few other things, and I made the point of it might be due to certain other things, but they don't want to go there. Anyway, yeah, there's different groups. Killing children is never justified. Sign, genocide is union business. Well, they said that at the rally too. Genocide is union business. It sounds like and Zionism can fuck off and die. That's his sign. I don't know why genocide is union business. It sounds like you join the union and you don't have much chance. Our business is genociding you. But that's just them. Oh, there's a dude. That's the dude from Pride and Progress with he always wears that B shirt. So he's running the counter protest next week. He would say, I think he's a dude. I call him a dude, but whatever he is, he is. What's that sign? I think that's the sign for the press guy that got recently killed. We've got another press there. So it's a bit about the press today because Antoinette Lattouf was there as a person who has suffered, as a press person in Australia who there's plenty of that back in Sydney protests about her protests and getting sacked from. There's a dude with sideburns and a dress. All right, it is what it is. Who's this guy? Politicians and bureaucrats do not repent, will perish the same as everybody else. The sin of Israel, the devil's HQ, blah blah blah. We'll read that later. Amnesty International people here. A lot of mask wearers in that lot. Oh, land back. Gardeners say land back from Gadigal to Gaza. Okay, that's fair enough. So it's a leftist crew. Yeah, quite a few stopping off, having a durry, enough. Stop using our dollars to kill Palestine as well. Around here, around these ladies. Yeah, look at that, it just goes on. And then there's cop, this is the first cop for a while now, so the cops are just like, they only do that little bit and then they're done. They don't cover the whole thing. It's not possible because there's so many people. It's like the bridge march. They do what they can, but then that's kind of it. There's not much more they can do. Before they're trying to get people not to go on the platforms, and now it's just like a free-for-all because it's just, it's got to that stage now. And, this is me walking against the flow. Can't you imagine the numbers? We stand with Palestinian women, Action Aid. There's that guy got his four-wheeler out. A few people will probably bug out at people might bug out at Town Hall and catch a train back. Otherwise, Central's going to be a nightmare, I guess. Oh, Aussie flags, what's going on? I don't know how that's going. I don't know how that went down. Like the lady, she's got a Turkish flag, an Aussie flag, and a Palestinian flag, and the other lady's got an Australian flag. So they are the first Australian flags. I'll take a picture there of that. They're the first Australian flags I've seen at a Palestinian rally, in my memory, of going to maybe 20 or more of them. Never seen an Aussie flag before until now. Really unusual. These guys now. They're chanting Israel is territory. Oh, this is socialist. No, Israel seeks occupation and domination. no occupation, no October 7, no apartheid, no ethnic cleansing, no starvation. Sure about all that. Sanction Israel now. So then, yeah, he becomes a socialist now. That's why it's much more dancey when you get to the socialists. It's got a little bit of old tone. It's made much louder too. I need to speak louder. And they always have a much more up-tempo chanting. And these are the usual group of natives and people that run it. One more chant and they change. What is it now? Oh, it's real. So because there's a big block. A nightmare, I guess. Oh, Aussie flags. What's going on? I don't know how that's going. I don't know how that went down. But the lady, she's got a Turkish flag, an Aussie flag, and a Palestinian flag. And the other lady's got an Australian flag. So they are the first Australian flags. I'll take a picture there of that. They're the first Australian flags I've seen at a Palestinian rally. That, in my memory of going to maybe 20 or more of them. Never seen that one flag until now. Really unusual. Look at these guys now. Chanting Israel is territory. Oh, this might be, is this socialist? No, Israel seeks occupation and domination. Alright, I'm back on again. My phone had a little bit of power. Unfortunately, I'll plug her in for a minute, get a bit longer. But yeah, so now I walk back up to the corner of Park Street and George Street. You got the Woolies, you got the Town Hall, you got QBB, and then you got a giant Palestinian rally coming past. So we'll have a wander. We'll just film a little bit longer. Like I said, look at the signs. There's Albo, and it's got Gutless, blah 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 on there. A little sneaky through, eh? Wonder it's not simply genocide Palestinians people and get away with it. And often you'll have other, on the town hall side, you'll have other groups here. The cops have stopped here now to stop anyone getting on the steps. So that often happens. If there's anything on, the cops will gather around the steps. But they seem to be back a bit. Let's go. What's this guy? Jake Savage, YouTube, day 41. I don't know what Jake Savage is doing, but people are looking at him. Some people seem to know him, whoever he is, but other people are looking at him like, who the fuck's Jake Savage? But there he is anyway. Jake Savage. He's trying to do a run through. He just wants to do a run through with his Jake Savage sign. Oh no, he's in. He's trying to get a bit of promotion. They're trying to social stuff on him there. They gave him short shift. They didn't like him there. This would be awesome. So Jake got the marching orders when he tried to get in amongst them, steal a show from the socialists. Yeah, so like I said, you got a couple of cops here, 3, 4, 5, quite a few. It must be either, I guess there's a Buddhist, what's this? The Buddhist Dharma talks, something or other. So the cops are here to protect the Dharma, whoever it is, that guy in the little chair. Stick with the socialists for a while, it's always the noisiest. This lady wants a photo of the town hall, but I think she's waiting for the blue flowers to come out, which is what everyone loves when it happens. Not bougainvillea. There's people yelling, name the flowers are blah, blah, blah. But anyway, when they pop out, everyone wants a photo. What the hell is this person in a colourful jacket? I think she's just selling the wares and attracting eyes. There's a strange little person with a mask on here. What's her? Let's take these last drops of humanity and water the gardens of Gaza. Okay. Thank God she's got a, fresh air only through her mask. None of that COVID air. Oh yeah, she's just a lady selling her wares. More and more common now around Sydney. This guy's got a good run, this kid.
We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the bombing now, 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 now. We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the bombing now, 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 now. We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the bombing now, 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 now. We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the bombing now, 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 now. We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the bombing now, 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 now. We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the bombing now, 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 now. We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the bombing now, 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 now. We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the bombing now, 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 now. We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the bombing now, 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 now. We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the bombing now, 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 now.
There's a priest or a priest and a priestess. I guess if what you call a woman wearing a dog collar, one of those. Anyway, here's what it is. People getting selfies as they wander through. Yeah. To the end of the platform here, might be able to get to see a little bit better. It's still going all the way down the street, all the way down. The first ones would be at the end of George Street now, just even as the last ones are still entering George Street, probably. Yes, lady. Not sure what these flowery green ladies are about, but they're not part of this, I don't think. Yeah, just coming up to the corner of Bathurst, otherwise known as KFC Drive, and George Street. And pretty soon I will be cutting off, and will have had enough, which probably happened a little while ago, but I'll push on. I shall push on. Just so people are going to be annoyed by my voice for another 5 minutes, and then I'll shut up. Alright, now let's pause it from here. This is the event cinema. They're coming past now. The lady's still getting selfies as she goes. But it's one of my pet hates is this place, is the smell. I wish there was smell-o-vision. You could hear what smell what it smells like. But see these people having these little sticks. You buy you order a stick from there, and they stick it in this disgusting stuff and this oil, and then they fry it. And you pay per stick or per bunch, so you can get some are cheap, $1 for a bean shoot stick, or $3 for a fried rice cake stick. And normally, everyone has the sticks, and there's usually a whole bunch of bins and full of the sticks everywhere. But not too bad because it's a bit early today. But the smell of whatever it's called, give me one fried skewers. The smell is just rancid. Usually, let's have a look. Yeah, they're just everywhere. And then all around the street, the sticks are just everywhere. These skewers, these razor sharp skewers. My little wine, but just about the smell. It's just you can't walk. If you walk up the street, it just wafts out and it stinks out the whole cinema. Yeah, still up the street, down the street. It just goes for miles, absolutely miles. Guy got his flag there. The other people in the pub sitting there having a beer. It's like a little, it's kind of like a show. Or these are Starbucks. Starbucks customers. Oh, Starbucks usually cops a bit of shit. Maybe I missed that. The socialists usually yell at Starbucks. They didn't do it today. No, Starbucks, I think they've kind of forgotten about Starbucks now. There's some reason that it's connected to Israel in some way. I'm not sure, I can't remember, but previous rallies I would set myself up in front of it. I completely forgot, and they did too. Coming out Albion Place Hotel here in the beer garden out the front. Ladies enjoying, or lady and gentlemen enjoying a beer and a wine while they're both on their phones. Typical, pretty way it is these days, unfortunately, for young couples. And just ignoring what's going on, walking past them. So it's just like it's a bubble. You're living in your bubble. Everyone's in a bubble world. Guys with shocked with what's going on. It's like, what the fuck's all this about? I'll stand up on this chair now and have a film for a minute. Yeah, that's good. That's a good spot.
Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free.
Trying to wave to his mate by standing up on here. I don't know how you find anyone in this thing. Anyway, let's go. So this is quite a big intersection here, called the intersection of Liverpool Street and George Street. So I think you got a lot of. This is a big crossing point normally where people go from the World. That's the World Tower right there. It's pretty short from this angle, but it's a big building. And they cross to go to Chinatown or wherever else. But a lot of city streets closed today. I noticed earlier, and in my typical way, I spoke to the bloke yesterday. I was going past. They've knocked down this giant building where that crane is, and now you can see they're dismantling the crane now that they've finished knocking down the building. Where the fuck's the crane? Anyone see it? It's right in the middle of your dickhead. Can't you see it? It's there somewhere anyway. I can just see it. Sorry, it's that white thing right there. That's the last bit of the crane. So they're just dismantling that bit by bit today, and I'm assuming they'll use a different crane when they build the building now that they've torn the whole building down. Yeah, interesting to speak to the construction guy yesterday, but for a little minute or two. I'm getting very close to where I will depart because I don't think I've got much battery left, and like I said, just getting a bit. We'll jump up on this chair here, see if we can see down the guts of it a bit. See if these guys they don't seem to care. They don't give a shit. These ones, some kind of group. Sure. Pretty much see up the street here too. Ladies' sign. Yeah, again, I would estimate it's the full length of George Street at this stage. Although. They would have turned actually. They would have turned down there where how about we go to the turn, and that's pretty much it. All right, I'll stop talking now. All right, that's a good point to see it from. You got the head. So this is now we're on Goulburn Street now. Sorry about that. The front of the rally, the beginning of the rally. I don't know. I think. Ambulance, that's going to have a lot of it. It's going to have a shit ton of trouble getting anywhere. And then you go up the street, all the way. The cop is trying to organise the ambo. Ambulance coming, boys. Out of the way, here he comes. So we'll let him through, but he's going to have to turn. He can't go. There's no way he's going straight. He has got his sirens on. What do they do? They go at the end there. Oh, maybe I guess we can wander up and have a look. Go another corner. Keep saying that's it, but I'll go one more. This is like the middle of the tram tracks here. Straight up the guts of George Street. And then down here. So what must have happened is I think the socialists must have had a stop. And that's why the cops stay with them. There must have been a bit of a stop because there was a gap where there was just nobody in front. But I thought they would snake up here and then snake down Pitt Street, which is what they're doing.
Israelis a terrorist state. Genocide since 48. Israelis a terrorist state. Genocide since 48.
Sure who these guys are.
Israelis a terrorist state. Genocide since 48. Israelis a terrorist state.
Ah, they say genocide since 48. I couldn't figure out what they were saying before. Sydney Opera House no war sign, that's a pretty good one. Lady with the hair, the whole kit and caboodle. We serve the public, not Israel sign this lady has here. Serve the public, not Israel, another one, similar. I think people march as groups, so they do have similar signs. That's the Union Aid Abroad group. Or they sort of stop there to stop off for an ice cream on the way. Save Gaza sanctions. Now, who are these? This is their Unions New South Wales. Unions for Peace. That's their spiel. And then the CFMEU, Construction Manufacturing Union. CFMEU, been in the news a bit lately for other reasons. Always was, always will be. Solidarity was never ceded. Something or other. Unions are very into this now. One of those flags, the unknown flags over there. Cops didn't like it, I'm sure they'd stop them. Looks like more union-y type ones here. Get up on this chair. Who's this? Oh, Latin Australians against the genocide. And, the Latin Australians, they got a nice, very nice sign. Drummers. Break bread, not bodies. It's that sign. Pretty much just outside this is just a little up the street, the corner of pretty much just up from the corner of Goulburn and George, just down from the, as I said, the World Square. Well, that's the Ernst & Young building, that's the World Square building. It's going to be a new Pop Mart coming soon, thankfully. It pretty much continues as far as the eye can see off the street.
Children, stop! Hold your shop! Children, stop!
There's a guy, one guy I know. And yeah, that's it. There's chants, you know, you have periods where people are chanting, and then there's periods where people are just, walking along and chatting and but it's certainly big, massive numbers today. I keep wanting to go home and have a beer and just load all this up, but it's just like, stick with it a bit longer. Like I said, they seem to have pre-printed a lot of these press ones. Israel murders journalists, I think I was going to say. Israel murders journalists and Hassan Shabbat and Shariz, some other Anas, A-N-E-A-S. Someone or other. And the Sydney knitting nanas, there they come. From the river to the sea, a couple of people. Just a couple of drip drops of rain happening right then. The knitting nanas, they're doing pretty good for nanas. A long march. Slow march. There's not that. Oh, they're having just chicken chatting as they go. I haven't seen the red ladies or ladies and gentlemen today. What's this one say? in world history. Wow. The International Court of Justice has ruled, you have to read that later. Ladies or Jews say no to genocide sign. A dude in a dress, but I think it's a traditional dress rather than a trans person. Who's this? The No Pride. These are the No Pride in Genocide. So that's the queers.
Stop the counting down, down, down.
Group. Yeah. Okay. They have a good contingent. The queers. You can see the purple. A lot of purple hair amongst them. Yeah. So that's the queers for Palestine going past. The usual groups are all here, but a lot more people as well. People, regimes, you've got a pretty good handmade sign for this. Aussies against genocide. But it's like next week, you know. Anyway, Josh has run through what it is next week. We don't need to go there again. You know what his view is anyway. Oh, that's the yeah, I don't know what it is. Oh, Médecins Sans Frontières, Doctors Without Borders group. Sanction Israel. Oh, here comes the Israeli flag. Not Israeli flag, shit. Here comes a Palestinian flag. They normally have the big flag, but they haven't had one today that I've seen, so here it is. It's only a mini version of a flag. That 4th Street, there we go. Yeah, so they've got a little mini flag. It's good size anyway, but it's nothing like the Ukrainians flag. Who's beeping? Oh, Embo's trying to get through on his... All right, this is getting towards the end now, and these are the Korean Australian community March for Humanity. And they're going at a real pace. They're singing their Korean anthem. Got a couple of non-Koreans there marching with them. And that's kind of it. That's pretty much the end of it, because I can see the police horses in the background. And they got a little sign: bombing children is not defensible. Take a photo. And then